Hi Cancer, welcome to your new moon in Virgo reading for September 15, 2023. The new moons bring in new situations, new cycles. And the direction of this reading, right, gives us a focus, is family, friends, and guides. It's number 6 and it's spirit. So it's the energy of something, right, the spirit of something. 6 is about balance. It's about family and friends and home, and because it's like the 6th house in astrology. But it's a balancing energy. 5 is the imbalance that pushes us to find 6, right? Solutions. Something that balances out the situation. So that's the direction of the reading. It can include family, friends, and because you are very highly intuitive, you can be dealing with your guides as well. Intuitive and psychic, Cancer. Yes, they are. Okay, nice. So you have the Empress card here. So this can be mother figures, grandmother figures, important females in your life. Family can also be pregnancy, right? Maybe you are, if you're female, perhaps you're pregnant. If you're a male, maybe you have a woman in your atmosphere who is pregnant or who's ready to give birth. This can be also abundance, and it can be love. But we're talking about family and friends here, and fruitfulness. So not one blade of grass, but ridiculous amounts of grass, blades of grass, that kind of energy. It's creative. It's very creative. It's very fertile energy. So family and friends, you can be helping them out. They can be helping you out. But there's fertility where this is concerned. Meaning that abundance grows when you're sharing with family and friends. This is the quintessential female. So you may be feeling very beautiful and grounded and feeling like you're a part of nature, which is beauty because it is balance, right? And that's again 6, balance. 3 is half of 6. The 3 is a creative number, right? The Empress is 3. So what is new in your situation, or what is starting, what new cycle is coming for you? Competition. There can be some competition around. This is a bit of a defensive act. The 7 of Wands is someone who defends their property, their person, their ideas, their thoughts, their passions, because we're talking about fire here. It can be ego-driven because it is fire, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. As you notice from the card, he has 2 different shoes on, so he had to run out of the house pretty quickly to defend what is his. So it can be kind of a bit of a surprise, something that happens where you're just kind of on your feet and ready to defend what is true for you. Which could be family and friends, right? Could be home. Could be your emotional world and how you feel about people, but this is having faith. It's the happily ever after card, and so you're defending your happily ever after here, or somebody is defending theirs. This could be family and friends as well who are doing that. This is you and how you deal with the situation, so this is just what's happening in your atmosphere, but it can be you doing that. Somebody may be having you defend your home and property here, or your happy life, your stability, your faith in your home and your family, or just your situation. Is a very spiritual card as well because it is faith. It's having faith in yourself. It's like emotional adulthood. It's like your spirit has grown. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of the cups, right? So that's an emotional journey, but it's a spiritual journey, and it's something that's been inspired, right? The Ace of Cups is inspiration, but now we come full circle, and that inspiration has grown and developed, and there's spiritual growth, and there's emotional growth here. And that fits perfectly, I think, with the new moon, because 10s are the end of a cycle while we're simultaneously beginning something new. The Two of Swords. We need to make a decision here. Some Moon in Libra. I think of this as like a scissor, and there is that need to make a decision to cut something off in favor of something else, very possibly. But our head and our heart need to be in alignment. And until that happens, we can be indecisive about it. But this card often says, because this is like blind justice, right? The card often says, what does the heart want in order to make this decision? Well, again, they both have to be in alignment. The problem with this card is it's Libra. Libra has the ability to see both sides of a situation. You can hold two opposing thoughts at the same time, making it quite difficult to pick or choose. But this card says pick a side because you will experience challenge and reward with either choice. That you can't get away from. King of Swords. So you're behaving as a King of Swords. Wow, that's you're going to definitely use your logic. This is also Libra. So you're going to be behaving quite a bit like a Libra energy. And again, that's it is negating the emotional factor here. The King of Swords is somebody who makes his decisions with facts and figures. This is like the military. These are lawyers. This is mediators. They can be military, police, that kind of regimented way of thinking. It's logic and reason, nothing else. And so you're going to be considering logic and reason for this, which is where family is concerned. Now, this can be you may be the head of a family, right? The King of Swords, and so you have to make this decision, what's proper for the family, what's right for the home and the kids and the friends and the family. And it doesn't mean that you don't have their best interest in mind. In fact, you do, but you're not going to let your sentimentality make that decision. Okay, Knight of Wands. This is the card of information, messages that come in, usually through electronic devices, so text, emails, phone calls, that kind of thing. But it's information that kind of gets things moving, it's fiery, it's passionate, and it can really be motivating, highly motivating information. I mean, you could just be reading something online that gets you motivated, or watching a video online that's very informative and gets you very motivated and passionate about something. So let's see what that is. Another 10. Yeah, so we are talking about family, friends here. The home is this community, and it can be your smaller community or the one at large. These are your daily activities, so you could be highly motivated during this lunar phase where you're getting a lot of things done around the home, or you may have to do a lot of running around, a lot of chores that get you up and out. This can also be financial negotiations, and that's where this card comes in, facts and figures, right? And it can have something to do with the home here, because we are feeling challenged with something. And again, this can be the law, this can be mediators, this can be lawyers, that kind of thing. I don't have the Justice card just yet, so if that pops up, then we know that that's for sure, but it alludes to that righteous way of thinking, right? Balanced way of thinking. And again, master of their mental world, master of their thoughts. But I do feel like there'll be a lot of communication, and this can be, again, within your family and friends unit, but it can also be your community and, family and friends that kind of branch out from there. Financial negotiations are possible with this, inheritances are possible with this, and you may need a mediator, you may have to go to a lawyer or something like that in order to receive that or get the paperwork started, that kind of thing. But the Empress card is abundance, and so is the Ten of Pentacles. So you could come into some money. For sure, you are at the end of a cycle and, simultaneously beginning a new one with two tens, flanking this King of Swords. But this is maybe growth in the family with the Empress card, because maybe, family unit grows and extends and you've got some good news to tell people, and hey, we're having a baby kind of information, or we're moving house, we found a great place in a new community that we really love. It can be that kind of messages going in and out. All right, let's get some more specifics here. Okay, so here we have the Page of Pentacles. That's my Capricorn card. This is somebody or okay, this can be a new child that comes in for sure, because this is a youthful individual, but it can also be somebody who is has learned something new and is ready to show the world what they've got. They are very emotional people, but sometimes they find it difficult to say what's in their heart. The words just aren't there. I guess because they feel so deeply. That's very possible. But they're excited for this new venture, this new pentacle that they're holding. And it is new. It is something brand new. So at the end of this particular phase, there's something new already coming in. You could be fighting for it, right? Or defending your stance. It doesn't have to be a big fight. It's just defending, your belief in this, in the property or the situation or the family or whatever. Okay, so this is some thought. So you're very mental during these next 2 weeks. Your thinking can get a little bit out of hand. You can let a thought run away with you with the Nine of Swords. There may be some worry about something, and it doesn't mean that it's not true, but it can take on a life of its own, right? So you can let a thought kind of get away from you. At this moment, you're under a blanket of stars, so that means that there are other forces at the moment that are kind of blanketing the situation at the moment, and you may feel like you are unable to make that decision. And again, because possibly you can see both sides of the situation. I find this quite interesting because the King of Swords is somebody who has their mental faculties in order, but there's worry here. And so you may fall a little bit out of balance for a moment and then retreat back to your mental faculties, right? Back to the logic and reason, because this is the moon, right? The new moon, and this is even a new moon, can affect that a little bit. Or you just might be having some trouble sleeping. That's also possible. In which case, move the furniture around in your bed, drink some banana tea, that kind of thing. But this is often just worry. Maybe you just need to flip your mattress. Maybe you need to clean up your bedroom, clean the energies, give it a new, fresh coat of paint or something like that. Because what's on either side of you is fantastic. Yeah. This is definitely a new beginning for you. This new moon in Virgo is supposed to be very, very, very positive. So don't let a thought or a worry get away with you. The Ace of Wands is a new passionate beginning, right? He's even coming in with that new passion, that new fire, that new impetus that wakes you up and motivates you. And if you take that Ace of Wands, it can be the stuff that dreams are made of. Really nice. Really nice. You have really good cards around you. It's just your mental faculties at the moment that are worrying you. Or it could be somebody that you're worried about. This King of Swords can be somebody that you're worried about. Could be family or friend. But again, I tell you, things look positive. You know what? I'm going to pull one more card for that. So I can clarify. It's choice. It's choice. You're just finding it very difficult to choose right now. This card says, what does the heart want? And you're negating that. You're coming purely through logic and reason. And that may be because when you allow your emotion to get in there, it can cause some confusion for you. Whereas where you're very regimented and 1 + 2 is 3, there's no decision making in that. There's just fact and figure. Once you let your emotion in, it's kind of like, feelings are not concrete. But there it is anyway, right? You can't hide from it. You cannot negate it. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? You have the 7 of Pentacles. So that's 2 7s, 2 10s, 3 7s. So 7, and I believe, was that a 7? No, that was a 6. Okay, so 3 7s. This is a unique approach. Yes, it's a unique approach. It's not cookie cutter, right? Persevere. Keep going. Do not be aimless. That's this card. Overwork. I don't see that so much. Rewards, 100%. And lassitude. So, persevere. That's what I'm going to say here, is what Spirit is telling you. If you persevere, you will get your rewards. Okay? Very nice, Cancer. I hope this has been helpful. Like I said, this is a positive new moon, so use it wisely. Thanks for listening. I hope it's been helpful. If you liked it, do share and subscribe and like, etc., etc. And thank you for listening. I'll be back in 2 weeks. I also do dailies. Take good care.